Okay, it's Mrs. Morton. We are back for take 3 on the Halloween Terrifying Tales in the McBride Media Center book talk for the month of October. This month, obviously, we're talking about terrifying tales that you can check out from your McBride Media Center. These are also tales that are being made into movies, or several of them are being made into movies. I'll let you know which ones as we go. First book on our book talk is The Things That Go Bump in the Night book by Patrick Carman. This is part of a series, and this is the only one that's out in the series. Close the door. Thanks. The 315 series. 315 stands for 3 parts to every short story in the book, and it should only take you 15 minutes to read each one of the stories. Okay, so we are going to look at one of these short stories. The first part is listen to the story. You will listen to just a brief introduction. Then you go in and you read the text that's in the short story, and then you watch a video at the end that usually gives you the most suspenseful part. You watch that sort of in movie format. Okay, so we're going to listen to one of these introductions now.
Meet Cody Miller, a young man who never saw the problem with trying to make a quick buck. That is, until he crossed paths with a man who wore his fortune on his sleeve. My name is Paul Chandler. It's 3:15, and our first episode is Buried Treasure.
Ooh, sounds spooky, doesn't it? All right, so you can check that one out under CAR at the McBride Media Center, or put it on hold. I have about 8 copies. All right, next one is called Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. This one is going to be made into a movie, and Mr. Strakowski said he even visited the site for this movie when he was in Florida last winter. This is the movie trailer that will give us some information about the book. Pretty scary.
There. You ready for bed now?
No. Tell me a story.
You want to hear about the children? Okay. Once upon a time, on an island, on the other side of the world, there lived some very peculiar children. They all lived together in a big old house. It was an enchanted place where no one could find them. And the sun shone every day. They were so happy.
What were they like?
They were not like other people. They could do amazing things.
Like what?
Let's see here. There was a little boy who you couldn't see at all. Had bare hands, as if it was nothing. A pair of sisters who could talk to each other without ever saying a word. And a girl who could walk without her feet even touching the ground. She was so light, they had to tie a string round her middle to keep her from floating away. And they were all watched over by a wise old bird.
Did they have to stay there?
Yes, they did. Because they were hiding.
Hiding from what? Grandpa, when will you tell me the rest?
One day. One day.
Okay, so that one sounds pretty scary. And sorry, my recorder cut off in the middle there. Maybe it had something to do with the YouTube video. If you search for Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children on YouTube, you can watch that video in its entirety. All right, next book that we're talking about in this book talk is called Asylum by Madeleine Roux. She sort of became popular after Ransom Rigg became famous with Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. So she sort of was inspired by the horror genre that Ransom Rigg wrote. So you're going to find her books to be very similar. And here is the trailer for Asylum, also being made into a movie. Okay, so that is Asylum by Madeleine LaRue. Next one is called The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry about that. Okay, we are talking about Coldest Girl in Cold Town. And this is a book about vampires by Holly Black. Here's the trailer for this one.
It was just a party. I must have blacked out.
I'm not leaving you! I'm coming back in!
And now back to the Historical Channel program, Piercing the Veil. Vampire secrets from before the world had come.
The next day, I woke up and something wasn't right. How did they get in?
Get in the trunk with him! It's a vampire! They tried!
There's only one place I could be going.
Okay, so that one looks spooky as well. We're going to turn that off before it starts up again. All right, and then the last one that we're talking about today is called The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepherd. This one is actually based on a classic story. Okay, so that's it. All of those are available here in the Media Center. Make sure you stop in to check them out or put them on hold. That's it for October.